funny, look around you, tell me what you see. Yeah, they show me a bed, Baba Majaya, Ope Pademi, Kupala Mapinjaba, Pero Ekashawa. I think about those days, I think I imagine how Mama walked it all day. She still can't feel love, but then no one, no grandma. Anytime I think about those days when my police started to set the pace, and I need my heart split dictate. So I'm getting scared to the day. It was a very big man, but I was very what day? I was my very dear friend, I really should. On way.
Hi everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you again and again. Welcome to another episode of Let's Speak With OFE. The foremost, most talked about, and long awaited, like I said last week, one of the most talked about show on the internet for the past 1 week now is Let's Speak With OFE. And this is another episode. I will sincerely, humbly want to welcome everybody to our program this week. Is bumper packaged. This week program is going to be a much different, because we're going to be discussing issues that are related or that's affecting everybody right now. And as long as you stay in Lagos, what we want to talk about in Let's Speak With OFE tonight concerns you and concerns me. So I want you all to stay tuned. Let's get started in the program. Like I told you last week, our program every week is going to be of a flexible dimension, kind of, because we'll first of all talk about the 5 most talked about news for the previous week, and then we go deep into our discussion for the day. So I want to once again welcome all of our viewers online. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for the love last week. It was a bump, and today I'll actually do some shout out too. So let me start by thanking everybody for being part of my program last week, and today is another beautiful one. Beautiful. I'm your humble host, Oladokunfemi Emmanuel, OFE, simply OFE. OFE, don't mind me, but I say OFE Baba. This is simply OFE, no Baba in it. And I want to welcome you. At this time, let me use this opportunity to plead that if you're online right now, can you just click the share button and share the video so that everyone who is on your contact list or your friend list can be part of it. Thank you very much. And as you are also jumping on this video tonight, take a few minutes to like the video, or seconds, might not really take up to 3 seconds to just like the video, and also like OFE TV page. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official OFE TV, on Instagram at Official OFE TV, and on Facebook right now at Official OFE TV. I want to once again say thank you. Let's Speak with OFE broadcasting live from Lagos, Nigeria, and Lagos, Lasgidi, Nigeria, one of the most famous and biggest black nation in the whole world. And we are currently situated in Lekki, Lagos, where we will be bringing this show to you. And don't be surprised, maybe the next episode may be from Ghana, or anywhere around the world. So don't worry, just let's get started. I want to believe we are all ready. So I'm also ready too, because I have a wonderful guest that will be joining us in the studio tonight. Also, a guest that will also be joining us online. Yes, so we'll be having 2 guests. One will be joining us here tonight, and also one will be joining online because of distance. And that's how our program will be going. Sometimes we'll have guests here, and sometimes some of our guests will be from the United States or anywhere all over the world. So let's enjoy it. It's an interactive show. It's not a stereotype one. It's a dynamic one where all of us are important, and you, my viewers, right now, you guys are important. Then, if you are ready, I am ready, and Let's Speak with OFE is ready. Let's take it one. Our first, most talked about news in Lagos, in Nigeria last week is the one that shocked all of us. Let me tell you, is Lagos State ban on tricycle, popularly known as keke, and Okada, the bike. When this news came out, so many people were like, it's not possible, they are joking. And one of my friends, who actually kept the date so much on his mind, was following the trend. And when the day came, he told me that, we don't see keke, Okada don't do, but it was real. Lagos government actually banned keke, tricycle, popularly known as keke, and Okada, the bike, because their reasons were so much. First, they said keke and Okada was not part of the master plan for Lagos State, so they are not going to be permitted henceforth to run on Lagos roads. And this ban was actually being implemented or enforced on some highways in Lagos, major highways like they said, and 15 local government and some local area development areas in Lagos. We will talk more about that, because that's what will actually make our topic tonight. I'm sorry, last week I promised that we will be taking this month, February, as Valentine's special. But we cannot do a wonderful Valentine without talking about this issue, which is biting hard on so many of us. Some people actually go to work very late. Some even when they finally get to work, they're already stressed out. And the whole day is off, because they're also thinking of how will they even make it back home, coming again the following day. And the ban, like the Lagos State government say, is official, it's staying, it's there to stay. It's not what will actually start and later they will stop. No, they say they are not stopping it, because it's not part of the master. Aside from the master plan thing, they also said that the havoc, the mayor of these operators on Lagosians and the citizens of Nigeria as a whole who reside in Lagos are so much that the damage cannot be reversed. And they made their research from report from Lutz, Igbobi, Diaraba, and all general hospitals in Lagos. They said the numbers of casualties recorded by the accident on committed by these operators are so much that so many people through this lost their life or even become disabled. And there are a lot of videos, even testimonies. I even had to watch one online today where somebody was giving our own experience, because it's a testimony because she still have her life anyway, but at least she's already amputated. That's part of the reasons the government gave. But we Lagosians, I pray we have patience. We actually have patience anyway because we've been surviving. But the point is, moving around Lagos, our movement around Lagos because of this enforcement, because of this new law, has been seriously affected. So many people get to work late. Even you can't even predict your appointment anyway. And one of the most funny things about it, that when they made this law, we're actually thinking that it won't affect the Okada and the Max ride and the OFE ride, because these guys actually came out branded, and they were not like the conventional Aboki man and all that. They were looking like a well-organized brand, but it did not really work for the Lagos State government, because they said bike and tricycle was not part of the master plan. We go deep into that when we get to the second half of the program. The next news, the second most talked about news in Lagos this last weekend was that the federal government finally paid youth service corps 33,000 naira. 33K after many years of 1905. And I have a lot of corpers as friends. The atmosphere, the atmosphere around their youth service period this year, even when they got their last, some of them actually got double. And they said they were paying arrears and all that. They had their full 33K, no more 19.5. Imagine, some people actually finished their youth service some months back. Now that they start paying 33K. They will even want to request the federal government, what will I even say, refund them of all the differences between the differences of 19.5 and 33K for the whole 1 year. But it does not actually work like that. The president signed this into law sometimes last year, that in as much as minimum wage has been increased, the allowance for the youth service corps also be increased, and that was why they implemented the youth service corps, and the enforcement came up this February. They all got that 33K. So if you have a corpers friend, I'm telling you now that your corper guy, now big boy, is already earning 33K. Like somebody was saying today, you had 33K from the federal government, your state government will also give you some money, and maybe your primary assignment or station or something will also add to your money. You be big boy now. Even some people don't get work there. They look for where they will get 60K, because if I combine it with they get almost like 50K or 60, Anyway, that's what about a gist for the second most talk about news. Now let's talk about the next one. This one actually shaped the whole internet, newsline, newspaper, headlines and all that. And what's that? The Senate minority leader, during the sitting at the Senate, requested that the president should resign. He was actually furious and angry when he was talking about this. On what platform was that? The Senate president sometimes last week, sometimes 2 weeks ago, said that last week one of their sittings would only be discussions about security, and they actually did that on that day last week. And Senator Abarebe, an outspoken senator that talks very well. We have likes of senators that doesn't even say anything, but these ones they talk. Senators that talk very well, like Senator Dino Bilaya, anyway, is not a former senator, but they are the kind of senators we talk about when we say senators that are outspoken. And Abarebe has actually been on the street at the inception of this new Senate. And when the discussion went up, the other senators were actually saying their mind, giving out solutions, because that was what the Senate president actually requested for that. Don't just condemn, give us solution. And they were all saying, we want state police, we want vigilante, we want the service chief to be sacked and all and all. And when it was time for the Senate minority leader, he said, we did not employ the National Security Advisor. Neither did we vote the Chief of Staff or did we vote the Inspector General of Police. We voted for the President. And I want to say, if the President, he said, and I quote, that if you want to handle a matter, you handle it from the head. And he said the President should be sacked. And that became a gist. Actually caused an uproar in the house. Everybody were like, no, why will you say that? Why will you say the President should be sacked? And that was one of the most talked about news in the last week. And so many people have said their own view about it, FFK and the likes have said their own, some supporting, some against. Like, you can't say we should sack the President of the Federal Republic. That's actually doing his best. Is the president, spokesperson to the president actually said the president had a sleepless night. He is not happy with the killings and all that. Anyway, the headline was that Senator Barry said the president should be sacked. Let's go to the next headline. The most talked about news in the last week, and this was. Let's even come out. Let me borrow Real Life FM's word outside the arena. Let's come into the sporting arena. Man United signed Okada on a long loan deal. This news came as a shock to everybody because there are some deals that you say you're actually expecting, long awaiting one. But this one, nobody was actually seeing it coming. There was this gist about Okada coming back to England, maybe going back to Watford, Tottenham, West Ham and all that. But the news was wow. No, it's not West Ham, it's not Watford, it's not Tottenham, but Manchester United. Now let me ask, Man U fans, I know you guys are trying, but do you actually need a full striker like Igalo? If you need a full striker like Igalo, I think Igalo fits in the gap. That's my opinion anyway, because Igalo will always deliver when you want him to. So I want to wish Igalo all the best, and Man United fans all the best, because they said they lost their one of their top strikers he had injury and is going to be out for some time. Igalo is already in England and he is familiar with the terrain. I want to believe that Igalo is coming to England. Igalo is my big one too. Igalo coming to England will give a new face to Manchester United, and that is saying from here at the official OFE TV, we wish Igalo all the best, particularly to the world. I know they don't feel, you don't even feel dollars, they don't even feel shake, they don't even look your eye. You will surely deliver. I know me, OFE knows you will deliver, and I want to wish you all the best. This time around, no injury, all those your China food. Don't let me say China food, because the next news is on this China news. There's this trending sickness, illness, disease flying all over the world. Coronavirus. There was a lot of videos online trending the last 1 week talking about the kind of food Chinese people even eat. They say they eat. I saw it anyways, not like they said. I saw it live on the social media, live rats, insects, maggots, and the likes. Excuse me, why will I don't know. I'm not asking you why you eat it, but for we who are in last video here, it's not really a normal thing to eat normal insect, to eat living thing. You will not even cook it, and they even have mice, and they even spice it with some garbage and onions, and the rat will be rolled up and down in the plate. And then we use their 2 sticks to pick it and swallow it live. I can't even imagine how the thing will be running, the rat and the cockroach and everything will be running their stomach. So these are the top 5 news for the last week. And we'll be going next up into our discussion for the day. And let me just take a little breather and take small water. When I come back, my guests will join us and we will just dissect and interact about how exactly has the ban on tricycles and Okada, the bike, affected workers and Lagosians in the last 3 days, because it all started. So today's Tuesday, okay, Monday and Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. How has it been to you? We'll also read your comment anyway as part of our discussion. So if you have anything to say, that's our discussion for tonight. Keep your comment coming. Keep sharing our videos. Let it go around. Let everybody see it, that we are talking about it. At the end, we will make our own observation and the authorities will hear about it. This is Let's Speak With OFE. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. I want to also welcome our guests. Now, we're going to come and sit here. It's still Let's Speak With OFE, and it's live, beaming live from Lagos, Nigeria. And you know, Nigeria, one of the most, it's not one of the, we are the most populous black nation in the whole world. Let's Speak With OFE will be coming live on official OFE TV every Tuesday between the hour 7 and 8. I will be talking mainly about issues that concerns us. And you know, as we just did in the past few minutes, we just dissect and we review the 5 most talked about news or gist in the country, the city of Lagos and worldwide. At this time, I guess we don't really have enough time because people are already talking. Comments are flying. But before I read the comments, let me take the facts. This is our focus for tonight. We want to talk about Lagos State's ban on keke and tricycles. Keke, which is tricycles, and bike, which is Okada. Keke, let's just use the name straight. Okada and keke, Marwa, fine. So it's easy. Now, these are the facts that Lagos State government pulled out. Let me quickly run through it. First, they said The ban is simply in consonance with the Lagos State Reform Law, which they explain by saying the Keke Marwa and Okada was not part of the Lagos State Master Plan. So wait, before you blame them, chill. Let me read the second fact. Second fact, they said the measures were taken due to the scary figure of the fatal accident between 2016 and 2019. I actually saw the fact. Between 2016 and 2019, casualties were rising up. As of 2019 has tripled, that so the higher percentage of the guys who actually who were affected by these casualties, who were part of this casualty anyway, lost their life, or some were amputated. Now, the third fact, they said that disregard for the law and the permissible movement of the commercial transport operators on highways contributed to the traffic congestion across Lagos. Wait, is that true? For me, I have my own reservation. We'll talk about it tonight too. They said that these guys are part of the traffic issues that we have in Lagos. To some extent, they may be right. Maybe they are even right, kind of. Because I took a stroll around Lagos on Monday and on Tuesday, and the traffic congestion came down. Most especially the business hub in Lagos, the central business district on Lagos Island. There were no traffic, and I still want to believe, I was struggling with myself on Monday that is it true said that it is the keke that were causing traffic? But kind of, there was no traffic on Marina, Broad Street. Everybody, we were not jamming ourselves, and there was this, this hype of keke will jam you at the back wasn't there. So this will form our discussion tonight. The fourth fact, they said from 2016 to 2019, over 1,000 accidents were reported in Lagos State General Hospital, excluding all reported cases in non-governmental medical centers and facilities. Well, truth be told, casualties on bike is just like somebody who say who had an accident on canoe, on boat. Do you know that that was not even 50-50? It's like saying 80-20. If you can't swim and you are not on life jacket, it's off. Imagine a bike that is just on two legs, fell off on the highway. Just imagine. Let me leave it to imagine. The next fact, they said that the total number of 600 deaths of innocent passengers resulting from the recklessness of Okada riders had been reported. 600. No be small figure. Hey, 600 no be small figure. Hey. Let's go to the next. I don't even want to comment. Let's go to the next one. The rate of crime aided by Okada and Keke keeps rising, just as they have served as gateway means for criminals. They will just jack your, whether it is jagger, they will jagger your bag and they take off. How will you even put somebody who has stole something from you and is riding on a bike? Kind of, the government have wonderful reasons, and these facts are real. You can back it up with proper fact, and they are highlighted the local government areas where the keke maras are not going to be allowed to work in Lagos at all. They don't want to see keke and Okada. Anyway, before we go into that, let me use this opportunity to welcome my guest. My guest is a very patient person, but very skilled, experienced. Even when he talks, you know that he is not just talking, but he's speaking from the heart. I want to use this opportunity to welcome you, sir, to Let's Speak With OFE. My man.
Thank you.
My regard to Mr. Matthew.
Thank you for having me, and thank you, viewers, for being part of the show.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. So, my guy, I actually invited you in here tonight so that we'll talk about this issue. It's no more news that there's no keke on Lagos Road anymore. It's no more news that Okadas do not run on major roads in Lagos anymore. How did the news even came to you? How did you see it? Before we now talk about the effect. When you heard about it, was it looking like real?
First, I'll say, when I heard about the news, it came to me like a joke. Because not even the ban on the tricycle or the motorbike is a joke to me. But the pronouncement of Lagos State government on the ban of tricycle in Lagos came to me as a joke.
Wow.
Why? If you look at these people, all these our government or our so-called leaders, they are all mediocre in their areas of their offices. Right from the advent of politics or democracy in Nigeria, I would say the mediocrity in Nigerian system of government is so alarming to the fact that whenever government pronounce anything in the country, they will politicize it, and still they will be the one that will still violate it. So when this issue of ban on a tricycle, ban on a motorbike came around, I said government has started. Let me borrow fella's word that said government magic. They started again. Because the law in Lagos only survived for the space of 3 months. The law in Nigeria as a whole only survived for the space of 6 months. Ask me why. If you look, for example, I could remember there was a time that there was a ban of siren on the highway, that the siren should be for an emergency situation. But still, it is still this government official, because of their esteem, or the one dignitary is moving, or one VIP is moving from one place to another, or what they do, they'll start blowing siren. This is to tell you that government made a law, government is still breaking it. This issue of a ban on the tricycle and the motorbike is not the first time in Lagos. If you recollect vividly, during the era of the former governor in Lagos State, Fashola,
Yes.
he put a ban on it that Okada riders are not meant to be walking on the highway. And also, tricycles should have some designated area at which they will be plying. But if you look at it, politics will set in. One political godfather is the chairman of a particular location. He has 20 motorbike. He has 500 tricycle. Because he's a political party member, they go back to it and make sure the law do not have. So this made me to look at it that government has come again with their, what will I call it, with their kiddie show. With their kiddie show that they've come again to come and make a kind of a flexing gesture of a thing that is not. Or what can we do to give people a I say, because it's a new year, so what can make them to talk about us the more, to know that we are actually working. To me, I would say the ban on tricycle, the ban on motorcycle is a good thing that is being done in the wrong way.
Now, it's getting more interesting in the house. And we have feeds from our viewers online. I want to appreciate you guys for staying with us. I'm actually still going to read your comments and we'll react to it. But let me now take the other part of Lagos State Government report on the ban. Listening to my guest say, at first was looking like the normal government saying like no, don't, we are banning it off, and before you know it, they'll play politics about it. But this one, for the past 3 days, I did not want to say that they're actually going to still keep it forever. But the past 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today, is still on. Now, the Lagos State government said that they are banning these guys off. They banned them off 6 local governments, namely Apapa local government, Lagos Island local government, Surulere local government, Ikeja, Etiosa, and Lagos Island. This is like an outright ban, both on inner road or on major road at this local government. Outright ban. You can actually run on the street too, but they don't want to see you on any of the major inner roads or major roads or inner roads of this local government. Namely again, Apapa. And I actually have a friend, a doctor in Apapa, that said that the enforcement in Apapa is real, and that the police, even at night, still disturb and run after the bad guys to pull them down. You know, when I first heard about this was the first thing that came to my mind, that the policemen, they don't see work now, money don't come. Because any bike man with the cash, come back on that money, they go show and pay. And the feedback that we are getting since the enforcement of this law has actually proven it, that these guys mean business and they're out for it. Now, these are the 6 local governments, sir. 6 local governments. You can imagine the number of roads that are Surulere alone saying no more bike and no more keke. Will those big boss run on inner roads in this local government?
Good. Before the advent of tricycle and also motorbike, if you look at it, at first, they were not even in existence. They just came suddenly, and before their extinction, Nigerians or Lagosians have been using a certain means for their transportation. And with that, there is sanity on the streets of Lagos. There is sanity in the area of transportation in Lagos. If you look at this, is it the havoc that tricycle has caused or the motorbike? Let me pick it up first from that motorbike. When you say a motorcycle is a means of transportation, though the government on their part have their own faults, but also, who are the people that suffer it the more? We'll see that it is we, the masses or the citizens of Lagos State. If you look at all these motorbike riders, not every one of them are so worthy to become an operator of motorbike.
Anyway, there's no official, is there any official certification or something for anybody to be called a biker or a bike rider?
Yes, there should be an official certification, and also, if you look at it, that is will I say, a negligence on the side of the government. Because when a government is propounding a law or lifting a ban on a particular means of transportation. What efforts has government made or put in place to replace or to ease the means of transportation of the workers? Then I go back to my statement earlier that before the insertion of motorbike, Lagosians have been going out to their various destinations through a certain means. And one, we have the public buses then, known as Danfo. We have a taxi. These two means of transportation, they are the one who ply the road in the Lagos State, and plying those roads, we have those that make sure that their own coverage area is the inward part, or the one that we call the street road.
Okay, that photo runs in the street, or only taxis?
The taxis. And if you look at it, the people, the taxi operator as at them, most of them are men that have family. There is no rush of, okay, we want to quickly get this passenger, dispatch them, get another one. Though we know that there is increase in the population. I don't dispute that.
Yes, there's Lagos, they said over to 20 million people.
But what effort has the government put in place to make sure that they modernize that? What effort has government put in place to make sure that all the access roads in Lagos are more traceable?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to butt in. This discussion is actually about you and about us in the house. And my guest has actually been doing justice to getting the facts and the roots of how it all began, even till now. And you know, sometimes you imagine, where are all the kabu? Where are all the Okoyawos, and what did they used to call those men that used to drive taxi? Okwashewos. Where are they? Where are they? You know? But anyway, like you said, there's no doubt that increase in population has actually eaten into the systematical management of the Lagos foremost our normal system. But you know, to me, I still feel that increase in population, it shouldn't be a barrier, it should even be like a plus. Because manpower to some nation is one of their own advantage. Unlike us, I say, because the crowd is too much, that's why we are not doing this thing. The crowd is too much, that's why we are not doing this thing. Anyway, let me also bring you, our viewers, in. Our viewers and your comments, we will react to your comments now. So if you want to send any comment, please send your comment on the comment tag and I will read it out. As I also give you this information, fact information from the Lagos State government on this ban. These are bridges, 40 bridges that the Lagos State government say they don't want to see keke or Okada. Iyanopaja bridge. You know that Iyanopaja, sir, you know that Iyanopaja new Iyanopaja bridge. Topemu bridge, Airport Ikeja, Agege Muto Road and Oshodi, the loop side, Mushin Solo Link Bridge, Dorman Long Bridge, Ojo Elegba Bridge that comes all the way, as we are coming from Jibo or so, running to Surulere. Ojo Elegba Bridge, National Stadium flyover, that's the next after Ojo Elegba Bridge. Apapa Igomu is from Alaka, as soon as I even descending from the National Stadium Bridge, if you drive straight down to Ipori, the next bridge is off Apapa Igomu, Apapa Ijora Lane Bridge, Liverpool Road in Apapa, Mile 2, Amuodofin, Okota Sele Ijesha. That bridge is off. They say they don't want to see any bike. Apapa Oshodi Bridge, Ikorodu Road, Anthony Glover Loaf, Trade Fair Flyover, First Stack Amuodofin, Ikeja General Hospital, Surulere Bridge, Ojota Glover Loaf, Ogudu Bridge, Third Mainland Bridge, that's one of the longest. Maryland Flyover, Okpebi, Sheraton, Jibo Yaba Bridge, Kata Bridge, Bariga Ifako, Apapa Oshodi, Bariga Owoloshoki, Bariga Owoloshoki is that bridge when you come down from Third Mainland, the bridge that you will take to link, maybe when you are driving from Third Mainland, you want to link Bariga from Oshodi, Apapa Expressway back. The Eko Bridge, Akongo Bridge, Ikoyi Marina Bridge, Obadende, all these outlined 40 bridges. The Lagos government says they don't want to see Okada or Keke Mara. And these instructions has take effect from on the 1st of February. That's on Saturday. Like I said earlier when we started the show, on Saturday, forever, like they said. And they said the ban takes effect across the 6 local government areas, the 9 local council development areas, and all the 40 bridges from on Saturday, February 1st, 2020. Now, let me now take feedbacks from our viewers. And I'll also be doing shout outs too. I'll mention your names and read your comment. And I'll ask my guests to do justice to these feedbacks that we are getting from our viewers. First is from Uluwaseun Adeosho. He says the ban on Okada has been terrible. Me coming from Isolo, I had to trek to Sele because there was no bus. And the crowd was much at the bus stop. And I understand what Shehu is saying, because the crowd alone, the number of buses that we have on the road is not enough to help commuters from their bus stop. You know, sometimes when you use Okada, it's just like a next drop and you are off the bus stop. But now the bus that's even coming to the bus stop to pick you is filled up already. You will need to trek. The next person sending comment in here says is Ambassador Ikena Anusa saying, Omo, if you see trekking, there is this image that is even trending online now that says in the next 2 months, this is how the legs of Lagosians will look like. And they send a picture of one man's leg that looks so big, that has, you know, this people that gym now issue Akobi for leg, maybe Akobi for chest, Akobi for leg on the back of the person's leg. So aside from these comments that we have, Shehu also said the public bus is not enough. Like I said, the public bus is not enough for the commuters. It cannot even be enough. Like me myself, I know that the public bus cannot help the numbers of people moving from one place to is it possible everybody will have a car?
Okay, good. There is in 2 ways. Like I said earlier, before the introduction of motorbike known as Okada and also the tricycle, people have been moving from one point to another, and also they go about it comfortably. But one thing I just said is that government on their own part are doing a good thing in a wrong way, which is a norm in Nigeria. Nigeria, no one ever gives support to motorbike. Literally, in any sane society, a motorbike shouldn't be a means of transportation. Tricycle can still be allowed a little, but there has to be a kind of orientation, monitoring for the operators.
Orientation, that's another thing.
But in this country of ours, I would say we always do things, a good thing, in a wrong way. If government wants to do it, government can introduce all these small buses to the suburb area that can shuttle between one point to another, and they will carry people, they will convey them with ease. Even this issue, by the time these vehicles are made available, you will see that naturally the clamor for motorbike, the clamor for tricycle will go into extinction. Why? Because you look at the comfort you will enjoy, you will look at the easy movement of those vehicles than the motorbike. Most of all these motorbike riders, the way they ride it, at times you yourself that you are on the same bike with them, you'll be praying that God, can you please
help me to reach my destination?
Me to get to my destination.
Help me to get to my destination.
Should we, as masses, be in that stage basically because we are going from one place to another? So, to me, in my opinion, I would say the use of motorbike in Lagos is a good development, but provided government make a necessary provision to replace the motorbike in Lagos, it will be a good and a welcome idea.
That's like the key solution to what's on ground. It's not as if everybody is supporting Okada or Keke to come back against the plan or the designs of the government. My guest just said, in as much as you want to enforce a law, please still create a better alternative that will solve the problem. That will solve the problem so that you will not be doing the right thing at the wrong time, or you'll be doing the wrong thing at the right time, mixing everything all up. We are gradually coming to the end of the program tonight. Like I told you, this program is Let's Speak With OFE, where we'll be talking about current trends, anything and everything that makes the news for the week. And we'll pick one of the high point of the news and we'll talk about it so that we educate ourselves and we'll get facts. Outside gossip, outside mere say, we will get facts and we'll dish it out to everyone. And it's not a first show alone, it's all of us, it's all of us, everyone online viewing us, sending comment and all that is our show. And that's why at this junction I want to use opportunity to appreciate everyone that are part of the show tonight. I also want to seize this opportunity to mention your name, to give a shout out to you all that are part, that has been watching us, supporting and sending messages. so that you know that this Let's Speak With OFE is not about OFE anymore or alone. It's about you and about me. Permit me to say, or permit me to give a shout out to all of our viewers. We have a lot of them, a lot of our viewers online. So quickly, let me just mention that Oluwaseun Adeosho, wonderful. Also, Mrs. Mark Richard, my buddy, wonderful. She's online. Mrs. Vivian too, another Mrs. Vivian. Ike Nanusa, City Best, a lot of our viewers. I'll rush through. Egbon Benga is online. My own Jennifer is online. And my Revo Adewale is also online. And another wonderful Revo is online. My Revo Adeyemo is also online. Omobi Salami is online. And so many others that it's not as if I can't mention. I will be mentioning your name as the program goes on. So like we said, we are gradually coming to the end of the program tonight. And Let's Speak With OFE is a program that is here to stay, where we will talk about current trends that deals or affect us in one way or the other. This program tonight is proudly packaged and proudly brought to you by Freestyle Clothing. Branding, excellent branding. When you want excellent branding, just contact Freestyle Clothing. Freestyle Clothing, wonderful graphic designer, web developer, and a branding expert. He is the packager of tonight's show. And the sponsor, we had a sponsor last week. This week's sponsor is massive. This sponsor is my own G-Money. Israel Oluwagbenga is the sponsor for tonight's show. You are wonderful. You have did good. You have done well. And I want to say, everybody say thank you to G-Money. And I want this opportunity to appreciate my guest in the studio. He's my very good friend and a wonderful person that you can actually get fact from when it comes to history that makes the society, that makes Nigeria and Lagos. Mr. Matthew, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
My other guest, who would have loved to also be part of our program tonight, Toriola Dami Toy. I want to, in absentia, I'm thanking you too for being part of tonight's show. Let's Speak With OFE will be back again next week, when we will talk about another high and wonderful and mind-breaking event that happened in the week, and we'll pick one of the points to discuss about. I want to wish all of us a wonderful week ahead. Please take it easy, even as we're trying to get balance with the disappearance of Okada and Keke. Don't worry, I know in few days the Lagos State government is planning a lot of revolution around solving this problem on the waterways, on bringing out more buses to the highway and all. I want to wish our governor all the best as he's doing everything to make Lagos a real and a true mega city. Thank you very much for being part of this program tonight. Let's Speak With OFE will be right back again, same time, same handle, at Official OFE TV on Facebook, at Official OFE TV on Instagram, and at Official OFE TV on YouTube. God bless you, and God bless you. Have a wonderful week. OFE cares.